In one of my other videos, I talk about curses and what curses are. And that generated an interesting question or two from people who'd seen the video about what do I do if I believe that I put a curse on someone else? Inadvertently, we might curse each other, not because we really intend to, but just because we don't know what we're doing. And so, as a reminder, a curse is considered to be like a negative energy, a negative thought that is sent towards someone or addressed to them in a way, but it has energy to it. And whenever that happens, you effectively have placed a curse on them. It's a negative energy that most of the time will just sort of bounce off because, again, we don't really know what we're doing, and we are pretty well protected from other people's negative thoughts, except in the cases where we might already have a wound that would match that curse, but that's in the other video. What I want to address this time, though, is what can I do if I believe that I might have cursed someone? So here's a suggestion. First of all, recognize that what you've done, if it's inadvertent, it's okay. I mean, there's no real harm to that, especially if you're aware of it and you want to make amends. So here's a way that you can do that, and in the context perhaps of a journey, where or in a deep meditation. In this particular curse removal journey, what you can do is you can relax. You can use the sound of a drum to put yourself into a light trance state. And then when you're ready, imagine that person in the distance, in a comfortable distance from you. It could be 20 feet away, it could be on a hilltop far away. Whatever it is, it feels comfortable. And imagine them being surrounded by their own light, their own energy. It may have a color, it may have a shape. Just notice it. It's nothing that you want to mess with. It's not a good idea to go messing around with other people's energies. So just imagine them at a comfortable distance and notice what they look like, how they appear. And notice then if you can identify any lines of energy that may be connected between you and the other person. Notice if there are some, how many there may be. There may be several, or there may be very few. Notice what their characteristics are. Are they large? Or what color are they? Things like that. Some connections can be rather large because they have a lot of energy to them, and some not so much. But know that that line of energy is a connection that you have with the other person. Once that's done, once you can see or you know in some way what connections that you have, then you can bring them closer, or you can approach them so that you can move closer to their energy field and notice where these lines of energy might be hooked into their field. Where in their body does that show up? Once you've identified that, then you're ready to begin to remove these curses. I often see them as darts or intrusions of some kind, sometimes hooks, but you can, in your imagination and with your intent, begin to remove those barbs and pull back the lines. A good thing to do whenever you are doing this is to repeat a Ho'oponopono prayer. It goes something like this. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. 4 very simple but very powerful statements. And as you remove the hook, you keep saying that over and over again. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Again and again and again. And you keep working to remove those hooks, those barbs, those arrows, whatever it is that shows up for you, until that individual is clean. Question comes up then, what do you do with the hooks and the curses and the lines? The best thing to do is to imagine them being placed in the earth. Just give them over to Mother Earth. They don't need to be returned. You don't need to put them back in your field. Just give them to Mother Earth and say, please take all of this and maybe negative energy and make it into something positive that can be used by other creatures on the planet. In the end, whenever you've finished, imagine that individual stepping back, perhaps turning away, and you can say goodbye and watch them walk away. It's a very special, clean, touching process, and it really does work. So if you are concerned about that, if you're concerned that you may have cursed someone or you have even a negative interaction with them that you would like to change in some way, this is something that you can do for yourself. I highly recommend it.